Great, great evening on this 25th day of October 2025. That was kind of redundant, wasn't it? Yo, great evening, family. We're going to try this again. You get what I'm saying? We're going to try this reading again. I literally finished the reading on the other phone and it freaking died while it was on the charger. What are the freaking odds? But I'm going to guess that it is a test of my patience, a test towards my attitude. But yo, check it. Proverb 25, Proverbs of Solomon, King Solomon, the wisest and richest soul of man that has ever lived. These are further wise sayings of Solomon, the soul of man. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. As the heavens for height and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the dross from silver, and it will go to the silversmith for jewelry. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the place of the great. For it is better that they say to you, "Come up here," than that you should be put lower in the presence of the prince whom your eyes have seen. I.e., mind your ego and do not overexert yourself for the sake of attention, validation, or approval of others. Better that you be asked to come than that you be denied because you decided to disingenuously overexalt yourself above others. Do not go hastily to court, for what would you do in the end when your neighbor has put you to shame? Debate your case with your neighbor and do not disclose a secret to another, lest he who hears it expose your shame and your reputation be ruined. I.e., keep your disagreements with others to yourself between you and that individual, instead of going about spreading gossip and your discontent for that individual with others who may also know that individual and share whatever foolishness you let out of your lips. All right. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver, like an earring of fine gold. And an ornament of gold is a wise rebuker to an obedient ear. Like the cold of snow in time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the soul of his master. Whoever falsely boasts of giving is like clouds and winds without rain. Be not one that goes about saying that he has done things that he has not done for the simple sake of gaining approval and validation from others. By long forbearance a ruler is persuaded, and a gentle tongue breaks a bone. Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be filled with it and vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house, lest he become weary of you and rebuke you, and hate you. A man who bears false witness against his neighbor is like a club, a sword, and a sharp arrow. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth and a foot out of joint. I.e., be mindful of the company you keep. Not everybody may be worthy. Not everybody may be a warrior. Not everybody may be trustworthy. You might end up like with a foot that is out of joint, useless. Like one who takes away a garment in cold weather, and like vinegar on soda is like one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For so you will heap coals of fire on his head, and the Lord will reward you. The north wind brings forth rain, and a backbiting tongue and angry countenance. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a contentious and angry woman. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop, i.e., it is better to live outside in the rooftop where the rain and all the discomforts of the weather may disturb your peace than to live in a house shared with a woman that just simply wants to argue and fight and where you have no peace. So be mindful of the women that you choose to allow to remain in your life. You must remind them, and you must also keep in mind that it is a privilege for them to be in your life. just as it is a privilege to you for you to have them. So learn to appreciate good women, but understand that you need not keep a contentious and ungrateful and inconsiderate woman in your life for no reason whatsoever. If she does not know how to respect your peace, then she needs to leave. And it is incumbent upon you to take that initiative and to have the intestinal fortitude to be able to forego pleasure, to forsake pleasure for the sake of your peace of mind and the peace in your life. All right? It is better to dwell outside in the woods, in the wilderness. It is better to live on top of your roof than to live with a contentious woman. Living with a contentious woman is like sleeping in a bed where there is a continual dripping from the roof upon the pillow which you lay your head. As cold water to a weary soul, so is good news from a far country. A righteous man may falter before the wicked. A righteous man who falters before the wicked is like a murky spring in a polluted well. The wicked are always looking for people to fall, to trip, so that they can judge and say, look, they fall, they mess up. And you will always find individuals that are unwilling to do the work, looking to see you fail, looking to see you mess up, looking for indiscrepancies in your armor, in your characters, so that they can call you out on it. So do your best always, nothing less, so that you're always in alignment with the words that you speak. You are always walking your talk. All right? It is not good to eat much honey, so to seek one's own glory is not glory. Let another man's lips glorify you than your own. It is always better to have somebody else speak highly of you than for you to always be speaking highly of yourself. Doing so is arrogant, is foolish, it is hubris. So avoid always putting yourself on this pedestal of high, oh, look at me, everybody look at me, I'm the best, so on and so forth. Because you will fall. You get what I'm saying? So check your ego so that life doesn't have to check your ego for you. Set your foolish pride aside and humble yourself, because there's always room for improvement. So whoever has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down and without wall. To be able to avoid seeking one's own glory, to be able to avoid being like a murky spring in a polluted well before the wicked, one must have rule over one's own spirit, i.e., one's own will, one's own emotions, and one's own actions, or one's own thoughts. Those who have no rule over themselves are like cities broken down and without wall. They are easy to be conquered by others. They might think that they are not, but they are, because they have chips in their armor through which the enemy, which is within and which is without, can get through. But it's been a great day. It was one of those days where we literally had to kind of drag ourselves through the works. Same thing yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's probably because I haven't eaten anything solid. All I had yesterday was like a soup, a broth that I made with sweet potatoes, yams, and taro root that I blended up. The goal was to not eat this week, but we're building up. We're building up the strength. We're not the best. We're just a work in progress, man. So we've been doing our best. Today, we had a smoothie. Probably had like 32 ounces of a smoothie. Probably anywhere between 500 and 700 calories. But still, it is not the same as stuffing your face with some fiber, with some carbs that are not blended up like you're giving it to an old man or to a baby. So we'll see. We'll probably eat tomorrow. We'll probably eat Friday. But it is a freaking challenge. It is a freaking challenge. But things always work out. Things always work out. Gotta challenge the body. We gotta challenge the body. We gotta, you know, induce the body to do things that it might not feel comfortable doing. We gotta challenge the mind so that both the work's done to the body and demanded out of the body, and the work's done with the mind and demanded out of the mind can influence and, you know, just build up the soul, build up that personality, that character. Those good old things that will carry us in the future and everything that is necessary of us to be doing in those times to come. But it's a great day. It's a great evening. We're going to probably take it down earlier. Crazy thing, I've been dreaming like crazy. I dreamt like crazy yesterday, this morning, and I'll probably dream again like crazy today since I haven't been eating. So that's a plus. That's a plus. Probably had like 4 or 5 dreams. I probably wrote down like 3 or 4. So that's a plus. Haven't smoked weed in almost 3 years. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. I was thinking about today how it's been over 9 years since I stopped smoking cigarettes, and how I smoked tobacco for almost 8 years, and now it'll be 3 years in February since I last smoked a blunt with tobacco and weed. So progress is made slowly but surely, and you know, I could say that I am proud of myself. You get what I'm saying? We're still dealing with a few other little habits, bad habits that we want to eliminate completely from our life because they are not reflective of the kind of lifestyle that we're making the effort to live. So hey, it's all a work in progress, and it'll be a work in progress for you. You won't always feel enthusiastic and driven every day, but just remaining consistent and disciplined with the small habits, with the foundational habits, is what will make the difference. This is what I say to myself. Because I haven't been in the future. I only have a vision of it. So I'm guessing that this is how it is. You get what I'm saying? This is what those that have already done it and are doing it say, right? So we're just making the best of the process, being grateful in the process, and maintaining an attitude of gratitude throughout the process so that that attitude is reflected in our personality and also in our own personal reality, how we're living it, how we're showing up for ourselves, and how we're showing up for people in our day-to-day life and in every task that life presents us with, so that we are always being of the absolute greatest value to ourselves and to those other reflections of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The multiplicity that is the collective. Because we're all but reflections of each other, right? What we dislike in others are things that we dislike within ourselves, and what we like in others and what we admire in others are qualities that we have or that we wish to develop within ourselves. So, hey, as I say to myself, I say to you, keep doing your best, nothing less, maybe a little bit more. Be impeccable with your word. Take nothing personal so that you can continue to grow, and make no assumptions. We do not know it all, so we cannot lean on our own understanding. Best we can do is rely on our intuition and the messages that are coming from above. The universe coming through the antenna, our pineal gland, and moving through the rest of the parts of our body. But other than that, yo, you have a great evening. Continue to work on your faith, your belief in self, your belief in your creator, your belief in the source of all your divinity and all your awesomeness, the source of all your visions and desires. Continue to work on your fitness, you know what I'm saying? Your physical appearance, your health, the health of your body, the willpower that you have within your body, the emotional understanding, and the mental acuity and the mental development that you can cultivate within your body that encompasses the whole fitness of your body, the mental fitness, the emotional fitness, the physical fitness. You get what I'm saying? Keep working on your relationships with yourself, i.e. with your faith, right? With your fitness, but also with your friends, with your family, with your finances, and with the visions that you have of your future, all right? So that all of that has a positive and incredible impact on your vibrational frequency, so that that frequency can always be in alignment with the visions that you have and the things that you want for your life and the kind of lifestyle that you wish to live. So go out and live in style, with much grace and enthusiasm. Other than that, you have a great evening. It's been your guy, Super Conscious Sosa. Super conscious thought, super conscious living, all that awesome, intuitively guided stuff. All right, you have a great evening. One love.